Hello, Liverpool fans. Welcome to the Liverpool Report, your go-to source for the latest news, match updates, and transfer stories straight from Anfield. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that subscribe button now and stay in the loop with all things Reds. Curtis Jones and Abdoulaye Doucouré were both sent off following a huge brawl in the closing stages of an action-packed Merseyside derby. And there was also another 2 red cards shown to Liverpool manager Arneslot and his assistant Sipke Hulshoff on a night that will live long in the memory at Goodison Park. The drama started when Jones and Doucouré clashed after the latter celebrated Everton's dramatic late equaliser right in front of the travelling Liverpool fans. Players from both sides then piled in, and both were sent off for their actions once the dust had settled by referee Michael Oliver, who had already blown the final whistle. Slot was also sent off to cap an eventful few minutes. James Tarkowski's dramatic 98th minute equaliser for Everton in the final Merseyside derby to be played at Goodison Park was the catalyst for all the drama. Rio Ferdinand, covering the game for TNT Sports, defended Jones for retaliating to Doucouré's antics, saying, "I have been there." Mario Balotelli at Wembley in front of our United fans. "I was incensed." Curtis Jones saw Abdoulaye Doucouré celebrate in front of the Liverpool fans in the away section. He started giving it to the fans, and Jones wasn't happy. A statement from the Premier League after the final whistle confirmed that Slot and Hulshoff were shown straight red cards after the final whistle by Oliver Slot was visibly unhappy with Everton's late equaliser, and former Toffees defender Phil Jagielka admitted. You can see why Arne Slot was furious. There was a slight little nudge in the box, and if that was my team, I would be appealing. I would be getting sent off after the game too. Slot always talks about staying composed, but it seems like he lost a bit of his composure at the end there. That's what a derby does to you. Beto had given Everton a shock early lead in the derby, which will be played at the Toffees' new stadium next season, before Liverpool hit back through goals from Alexis Mac Allister and Mohamed Salah. But Tarkowski struck at the death to ensure Everton signed off against their arch-rivals at Goodison Park in style. Virgil van Dijk called out Abdoulaye Doucouré and Michael Oliver following the mass brawl at the end of Liverpool's 2-2 draw with Everton. The Reds dropped 2 points in the final Merseyside derby at Goodison Park after James Tarkowski scored in the 98th minute to secure a share of the spoils for the hosts. But things turned ugly after the final whistle when Doucouré and Curtis Jones clashed after the former had celebrated in front of the travelling Liverpool fans. Players from both sides piled in as Doucouré and Jones were sent off. Arne Slot and his assistant Sipke Hulshoff were also shown straight red cards by Oliver on a dramatic night. But Van Dijk didn't hold back after the final whistle on Doucouré or Oliver, who he felt failed to get the incident under control. It was a very big provocation from one certain player, Van Dijk said when he was quizzed about the post-match drama by Match of the Day. "I think Abdoulaye Doucouré wanted to provoke our fans. I think that is what I saw, and Curtis Jones didn't think it was the right thing to do. We all saw it and reacted as a team as we were able to do. You know what happens nowadays? It becomes one big tussle. Then it is not me who has to deal with it, it is the referee, and today I am not sure he had it fully under control." Slot was visibly unhappy with Tarkowski's equalising goal, something that former Toffees defender Phil Jagielka referenced on TNT Sports by pointing out a nudge in the box beforehand. The defender's last gasp intervention was enough to restore parity after Alexis Mac Allister and Mohamed Salah had wiped out Beto's opener, and Van Dijk couldn't hide his disappointment at throwing away 2 precious points in the title race. He added, "Very tough to take. To concede an equaliser that late is always disappointing. We saw the celebrations they had in the end, so we know how much it meant for them. But the fact is it was disappointing for us. We take the point and move on to Wolves now. We came back, got to 2-1, but unfortunately we couldn't get it over the line. We had to keep fighting. We kept doing that, but in the end it wasn't enough to get it over the line." Former Everton defender John Heitinga could take charge of Liverpool at the weekend after Arneslot and his assistant Sipke Hulshoff were sent off on Wednesday night. Slot was shown a red card after confronting referee Michael Oliver in the aftermath of Everton's dramatic late equaliser against the Reds, who played out an entertaining 2-2 draw in the Merseyside derby. Abdoulaye Doucouré and Curtis Jones also saw red after the former sparked a brawl by celebrating in front of the travelling Liverpool fans post-match, and the red cards shown by Oliver will have repercussions for Liverpool at the weekend, with Slot and Hulshoff likely to be banned for Sunday's match with Wolves. That means Heitinga, who made 140 appearances for Everton and moved to Anfield in the summer to join Slot's coaching team, could lead the Reds at the weekend, as outlined by the Mail. Slot's red card meant that the Liverpool chief was also unable to fulfill his post-match press duties or shed any light on the conversation he had with Oliver prior to his dismissal. Speaking on TNT Sports, former Everton defender Phil Jagielka pinpointed why Slot may have been unhappy with James Tarkowski's 98th-minute equaliser after a nudge in the penalty area in the build-up to the goal. He said, "You can see why Arneslot was furious. There was a slight little nudge in the box, and if that was my team, I would be appealing. I would be getting sent off after the game too." Slot always talks about staying composed, but it seems like he lost a bit of his composure at the end there. That's what a derby does to you. Slot was also unable to comment on the post-match brawl that saw Jones and Doucouré sent off, although Reds captain Virgil van Dijk was able to offer his verdict. "It was a very big provocation from one certain player," the Dutchman told Match of the Day. "I think Abdoulaye Doucouré wanted to provoke our fans. I think that is what I saw, and Curtis Jones didn't think it was the right thing to do. We all saw it and reacted as a team as we were able to do. You know what happens nowadays? It becomes one big tussle. Then it is not me who has to deal with it. It is the referee, and today I am not sure he had it fully under control." Coming from humble beginnings, Virgil van Dijk has shown great determination and grit in reaching the top. While he was still a great defender before moving to Liverpool, his best form came when he joined the club in 2018. Since his move to Merseyside, Van Dijk has won almost everything a player could win when it comes to collective accolades. Right now, the player is chasing a second Premier League title as Liverpool are leading the race and sit on top of the table. Apart from domestic honours, the club is also in contention to win the Champions League this season, as they finished top of the New Look League phase of the competition. As Van Dijk focuses on leading his team to more silverware, Mirror Football have taken a look at his net worth, personal life and potential summer exit from Liverpool. Van Dijk's contract with Liverpool is set to expire in the summer, and he is yet to agree terms to keep him at the club beyond the current season. The Dutchman last signed a deal in 2021, which sees him earn a base salary of £11.4 million per year. Apart from his earnings from Liverpool, the 33-year-old also earns a lot through his various endorsements. Some of his brand endorsements include Nike, EA Sports, Heineken, and Cadbury. Van Dijk's exact net worth remains undisclosed, but there's no doubt his earnings have skyrocketed since he moved to Liverpool. According to OneFootball, the Dutchman is worth approximately £42 million. Van Dijk met his future wife Rijke Nooitgedacht when he was just 20 years old. After a long-term relationship, the couple got married in 2017. They have 4 children together, with the first one, Nila van Dijk, being born in 2014. Their second child, JD, followed soon in 2016. Details about their third and fourth children are relatively unknown. Nooitgedacht worked as a fashion sales manager in the Netherlands, working for various brands. However, when Van Dijk moved to Glasgow in 2013 to join Celtic, she left her career behind and followed her partner to Scotland. As of now, it is not known if she is working or not. However, it is safe to say that she has been a true source of support for the Liverpool man and has been with him during his highs and lows. During the 2022 FIFA World Cup, Van Dijk was subjected to a lot of criticism after deciding to drop the One Love armband. In 2020, Dutch Football Association launched the One Love campaign to promote diversity and inclusion in football. However, Same-sex relationships and the promotion of same-sex relationships are criminalized in Qatar, and teams were asked to not wear One Love armbands during the 2022 World Cup. As a result, several teams decided to drop it under the threat of sporting punishment. This led to widespread criticism of the national teams that agreed to drop the One Love armbands, including their captains. Van Dijk suggested that he was willing to wear the armband, but not at the expense of a potential yellow card, as it could have negatively impacted his tournament.